What is up, people of YouTube? Dustin back with a video. It has been a long time. I feel like I say that at the beginning of every video, but it's always been a long time. I suck at making videos. I'm sorry. But it's almost Halloween time. October is here. We're having those chilly days. Scary season is upon us. For some of us, it's always scary season, but you know what I mean. It's Halloween, and I just wanted to talk about a few movies that I love that I wanted to share with you guys, and maybe you've seen. I know you've probably seen at least one of these, and some of them you may have not. But anyway, I'm probably going to do a few of these videos, at least I want to. Whether I actually do or not, we'll see. But I got 5 this time that I want to talk about, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about them because I don't want this video to be super long. But I do want to talk about them because I like talking about movies, and it's fun. First one I want to talk about is a film actually from this year, from 2024, directed by Kaya Turner. Sorry, I got my cheat sheet down here. The film stars Alila Brown as Charlotte. Charlotte lives in an apartment building with various members of her family. One day, she stumbles upon a spider, which she takes home, turns into her pet. The spider grows at an alarming rate and soon becomes a vicious man-eating beast in the form of the movie Sting. This is a totally fun... No, it wasn't a Shudder. This is a totally fun, just almost B creature feature, but really well done, really well acted. It's just fun. It's just fun. That's it. Sting, 2024. Check it out. All right, next up on the list. This movie's not fun, but it is really well made. A hellish, immersive experience, says Dread Central. Dark and twisted, says the Austin Chronicle. It is... Let me get this director right. Robert Morgan, and his film from 2023 called Stop Motion. This movie is really cool. It's really well made. Aisling Franciosi, sorry if I'm butchering these names, but she plays Ella, who is kind of the assistant to her mom on a stop motion animation picture. Her mom is played fantastically by Stella Gonnet, and her mother suffers a stroke. So Ella takes on Ella takes on the responsibility of completing this film after her mother's stroke. She moves to this abandoned building, and with the help of a young girl played by Kaylin Springhall, they begin work on finishing this stop motion feature. And the way this film kind of cuts back and forth from reality to the stop motion scenes in this are really well done. They're really creepy. And the way the film just kind of mirrors reality with the stop motion and bounces back and forth between the two worlds, it's really, really good. Another one that's really well acted. This was directed by, I already said, Robert Morgan. So there you go. Stop motion. Give that one a watch. It is quite good. This is the film I said most of you all have probably seen. I was super late to the party on this one, but I did watch it maybe a month ago, and I really liked it. And now I know there's a sequel that actually probably drops tonight or today. But I'm talking about Smile. It's from 2022, directed by Parker Finn, and starring Susie Bacon as a psychiatrist who witnesses a spoiler. It's not a spoiler if it happens in the first 5 minutes, right? Susie Bacon plays a psychiatrist that witnesses this horrific suicide, and her patient basically dies in front of her. She says a bunch of weird shit before she does so, and all of a sudden, Susie's character, who is Rose in the film, all these things start to happen to her, and all the things that she thought this made this woman like unhinged and crazy. These things are now happening to her. This demonic dark force is following her. She sees it in the form. I'm not going to give too much of it away. But if you haven't seen this, which you probably have, but if you haven't, give it a watch and then go see the new one because I'm hearing really good things about that as well. All right, next up on the list. I know this is a divisive one. Some people love this. Some people hate it. I thought it was fucking great. Talking about Osgood Perkins' film from 2024 called Long Legs. Of course, a completely unhinged Nicolas Cage performance in this as Longlegs himself. Film stars Micah Monroe, who plays Detective Lee Harker, who is investigating a serial killer who goes by the name of Longlegs. Her mother is played by Alicia Witt. Fantastically, movie stars Blair Underwood. It gets a lot of comparisons to films like The Silence of the Lambs. I've heard people compare this film to the film Cure. It's dark, it's kind of evil, and it's a completely, as I said, a completely unhinged Nicolas Cage, which we all have seen, right? So a great one, Longlegs, Osgood Perkins. I don't have it with me, but Osgood Perkins has a pretty good track record. If you haven't seen his film, The Blackcoat's Daughter, Emma Roberts and her name escapes me right now. Emma Roberts, Osgood Perkins, The Blackcoat's Daughter. It's fantastic. Next up on my list, last but certainly not least, another one that's super, super divisive. People either love this or they hated it. I'm talking about 2022's Skinamarink. I didn't realize until today that this movie was actually named after a children's song. But it's from 2022, directed by Kyle Ball. A lot of people will say this movie is boring. A lot of people will say it's pretentious. Regardless of whether you think it's those things, it is undeniably, there's not really many movies like it. It almost feels like an art project in the form of a film rather than an actual feature-length movie. But it is a unique viewing experience. And I remember seeing this in the theater, and the film ended, and somebody in the theater just stood up and was like, "Does anybody know what the hell we just watched?" And nobody really had a response because it is very unique. It has that shaky kind of handheld camera footage. It consists of long, drawn-out shots of various parts of this house that is occupied by these two children. Something has happened, and they nor we really know what it is. It is like I said, it's unique, but I definitely find it creepy and a little unnerving. But there you go, Skinamarink. So check those out. Skinamarink, Longlegs, Smile, stop motion, and of course, Sting. I'll be back with another one of these because I love Halloween. I love horror movies. I love talking about them. So leave comments down. What are some of your essential, your classics? What are some new ones? What are your favorite horror movies? Halloween movies specifically, because there is a difference. I don't think I think any Halloween movie could be a horror movie, but not every horror movie is a Halloween movie. It's gotta have the vibes. It's gotta have the vibes. Y'all be easy, and we'll see you in the next video.